If I have any regrets with my 18-year career at Vivint, it would probably only be that I wasn't here 4 years sooner. And I had a buddy that had introduced me to the job 4 years earlier, but I never took the recruiting opportunity at Vivint serious until 4 years later. And even when I did, when I came on board, I was always a little upset that my buddy didn't try a little harder to get me into the office, to get me to a Vivint event, to introduce me to his boss and the executives. Because if he had, I wasn't really that happy with where I was. And had I maybe seen the opportunity for what it really was, I would have made the decision sooner. And so you never really know in recruiting what is on the line. And even though you might think that people have other things going on that they're really happy with, I can tell you from personal experience that it's probably not as good as what you might think or what they might even tell you that it is. And so with recruiting, just keep that in mind that your job isn't to make the decision for them. They'll make it for themselves. Your job is literally just to bring them to the water. And if they want to come in and dominate, or if they want to come in and have a mediocre experience, 100% of that is on them. But had my buddy not introduced me, I would have missed out the last 18 years on one of the biggest blessings of my life. One thing to keep in mind with recruiting in particular is there's some of you out there that are maybe watching these videos to check this thing off the list, and you're maybe just going to continue to focus on your personal sales. And look, that's completely fine. We've built a really incredible company on phenomenal sales reps. But what I can tell you is that a lot of guys, when they get into the job, were maybe a little like me, where I thought, hey, I want to do this for 3 to 5 years, check some things off my list, and then find something else to do. The sin in that is that you're thinking too small. I think if you want to have a really, really big experience here at Vivint, it's not that you just go and focus on your personal sales. It's that you focus on your personal sales and you focus on the blessing of an opportunity like this for others. There's kind of hygiene factors with any job. And if the only hygiene factor for you is personal sales and big commissions, you're just never going to be happy here. You'll always be looking for other opportunities, and you'll actually sell yourself short on what this could be for you and for others, where you're checking a lot of boxes if you're recruiting other people, if you're mentoring them, if you're teaching them a skill set that's going to feed them for the rest of their life. If you can create a ton of value for others, you will be way more fulfilled in the job. You're providing something that is kind of paying it forward in the workplace and in the world. So to wrap all of this up, now that you guys have all of the tools and best practices and tips and golden nuggets and all the things that you need to go and be excellent recruiters, this is really where you have to just go and do it. And if there's one thing I've learned over the course of my career, is that the very best recruiters, they maybe are not, they're no different than you or me. They literally just spend more time in the craft than anyone else. The first year that I was at Vivint, I actually told myself I'm not a great recruiter, but I'm a phenomenal sales guy. And really, it was just a total cop-out. The reason I wasn't a great recruiter is because I wasn't spending as much time on it. It's easy to be a good sales guy when you're spending 7 hours a day, 8 hours a day knocking doors. It's not easy to be a good recruiter if you're spending no time doing it. So if I have a challenge to wrap this whole thing up, it's that you need to decide how many contacts you're going to make per day in recruiting. Pick a number. If it's 1 contact a day, if it's 2 contacts a day, if it's 5 contacts a day, because that's what the number was for me. As soon as I said 5 days a week, I'm gonna make 5 recruiting contacts, this world of recruiting opened up big time for me and for others. And so it's literally just that. Just make the commitment of these are how many contacts per day I'm going to make. And I'm telling you that your ability and your skill set to recruit will grow exponentially as you just spend more time in front of people, more time talking about the opportunity. Go have the biggest experience that you possibly can, and that's in selling and recruiting. And I hope that you'll take full advantage of this thing. Happy hunting, having an amazing year.